Hello all and welcome back to the Spruce-Gate modeling. Today we will be having a look at the old Heller YAK-3. I just found this kit lying around. Plan on doing a little diorama with it. So here's the contents of the box. I think I might have lost the instructions a while ago, but lower wings, fuselage, stuff for wheel struts extended and lowered, as well as some stuff for the nose. Little bit more, looks like some of the engine block stuff. More for the wheel struts as well as the elevators. You got the canopy, of course. You got your little pilot in his cockpit. Not a whole lot of detail in there. You've also got some, nose cone, fuselage sides, lower wings, other side of the fuselage. Doesn't really look like a YAK-3 from what I can see. No nose, but it's got the. After assembly, I realized this was a YAK-3U. Thankfully, I could dig up a record of the North Koreans using them, although it might have been a pilot misidentification on the Americans' part. My new plan is to do a crash diorama of a YAK-3U shot down over the 38th parallel by a fighter from the USS Baton. Alright, so here we are fully assembled. Because of the crash diorama plan, I have beat this thing up quite a bit. Used the same black primer as normal. But yeah, riddled with bullet holes, elevator damage, one of the wings is ripped off. Quite clear that this thing took quite a beating while in the sky, and even more so once it was on the ground. I made sure to cover everything, and of course I've decided to use the flight landing gear just because, yeah. I've also decided to keep this bit of the wing so that I can use it in the diorama, make it look like I hit a tree or something and snapped. So overall, I have actually really good feeling about this model. So, you might be wondering how I got a bit of the fuselage damage, or I took my clippers, and whenever I needed to get roughed up, just put a couple of vertical clips right down the side, loosened it up a little bit, and then I took my pliers, where'd they go? Yeah, here they are. And I grabbed those loosened up pieces. I twisted them. Some of them came off. Some of them just bent and deformed. And overall, as I'm sure you can see, it gave quite a nice look. Here I'll be doing a quick time-lapse of painting. We're going to start off with gunmetal gray. We're going to give the whole thing a nice base coat. At this point, we're also going to be adding some gray to cockpit interior, possibly a little bit to damaged bits. And now we're putting on a nice old black wash. Add a little bit of depth, make it look a little dirty. Go heavy. This is by no means a clean plane. So, there you can see it. Make sure to cover all the surfaces. You never know what might end up showing. Now we'll paint the red details. To use the YAK-3 picture, or YAK-9 picture for this, also used by the North Koreans. But nose, wingtips, make sure to get the broken off wingtip. And also, I think the tip of the rudder. Make sure that red is not the easiest color to paint, as it can look really weird if you mess it up, but just be careful. Alright, so here we are. Now we're going to be going in with black, painting black details. I'm going to add a little bit to some of the roughed up areas, as well as the machine guns where there is a lot of soot. And then I'm going to put some on the red bits, smudge it up. Make sure the red looks pretty weathered. You don't want it to look weird. I'm also going to do this on bits of the other plane, especially bits that would definitely have streaking, like next to the exhaust and the engines. However, don't go too heavy on the rest of the plane. I am putting a little on the wings because we want this to stand out. Here we're dotting the plane with black paint and streaking it down. Only dot on the bullet holes, and it gives a nice soot effect for when the bullet hits. If it's an incendiary round, a little bit of burn. And I like to layer this up. It gives a nice strong look. Alright, so here we are. This is the board that I've made, just foam, and the plane that we've got thus far on it. I like to mark up the board, just give me a nice idea of where I want to put things. And that is our first update for the YAK-3U. I hope you enjoyed.